Hi everyone, welcome to another video here on Danny's Corner. My name is Danny and I am a totally blind person who is creating awareness on blindness when it comes to social issues and my other disabilities. And you can check a bunch of my videos here on Danny's Corner. Not every one of them is going to be exciting. Not every one of them is going to be, I don't know what to call it, engaging or entertaining or something that you're used to, because I'm alone when it comes to doing this. I just sit in front of a computer and say what I have to say, making sure that lights are on and the mic is on, and that's about it. I really don't care about the background. I know sighted people do, but I don't. So the most important thing for me is the message that I'm delivering. Are you getting it? Are you doing something about it? So what my thing is that I want to make you think. I want you to take action, just like I am, by doing these videos, by putting my face out there and doing something, not just telling other people. I've been doing that for a bunch of years, but I think it's time to come out and say something, be fearless. And this is exactly what I want to continue with. On my previous video, which was why you should not fear the dark, it was based on a short video called Why Do Some People Fear the Dark? #blindness. And today I want to continue this conversation with the second thing, because I thought I had finished saying all that I had to say, but I just remembered the second thing that I wanted to mention, which is this. We shouldn't fear the dark as blind people or as sighted people, because there's an advantage to it. I think everything in life has a reason for existing. Everything in life has a reason for being the way that it is. Darkness is no exception. It may sound redundant, but darkness is the absence of light. This means that whatever you do in the dark, be that in your physical darkness, or if you want to be a little bit more philosophical about it and use darkness as a metaphor for being alone or in your thoughts, whatever you do in darkness will come to light. Doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. So for that reason, whatever you do in darkness, whatever you do when you're alone, whatever you think about, make sure that you do that thinking about the consequences that are going to happen or you're going to have when this comes to the light. I was part of a chaplain course a couple of years ago. And one of the things that they taught us was action, reflection, and action. And this has to do, I believe, I can associate this with the dark. So for example, I said that I was blind. I'm totally blind. I can feel the light, but I'm not able to see the light, if that makes any sense. I have light perception. So every night or every day, is not necessarily night. I reflect on the things that I have done or that I did during the previous day. I reflect on things that I will do during the next day or the next few days. And sometimes I get so deep that I even think about the things that I will do a year later or 2 years later. And so one of the things that I like doing is action. Besides this, I like thinking, what have I said the previous day? Or what have I said 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago that made a person angry, sad, walk away from me, whatever it is. I think as a blind person, I'm able to feel when somebody doesn't like me. And it's either because of fear, which I've talked about before, the fear that people feel when it comes to blindness or toward blind people. But it also has to do with the way blind people interact with sighted people, with some of the things that blind people say that might take people aback. And so I reflect on that and I say, could I have said this differently? Could I have said or done something differently? As a blind person, I like exploring myself. I like Psalms 139, which says, examine me, O Lord, to see if there's anything within me that may cause me to stumble. I'm somewhat paraphrasing. That's not the exact wording. But it leads to something really important, and is, are we examining ourselves when we are alone, when we are deep in thought? And this is what I mean when I speak about darkness. How are you acting when you are alone in the dark, when nobody's watching you? What are your thoughts? How are you preparing yourself? So this is my action plan. So then it's the then it's the reaction. Or yeah. So then I'm going to I already did the action, which was, let's say in this case, I probably talked bad about a person or talked bad to a person. Then I reflect when I'm alone in my inner being. And so then I'm going to take action again. What's going to be my action? I need to take steps to prevent whatever happened to happen again. So I reflected upon that. So what I would do, let's say in this hypothetical case, would be that I would say, okay, let me say to this person next time something like this. If you see me or if you hear that I am treating you bad in any way, shape, or form, stop me there. Tell me you're going too far. I would like you to stop, please. And that would be my cue to say, I've gone too far. Thank you for letting me know. That would be one way to stop this from happening. The other thing is, I could listen more and talk less. And that helps a lot. Listen more and talk less. Also, enable to avoid any misinterpretation of what the other person is saying. You can ask the question. So, for example, if a person is talking to you about something, whatever the subject may be, after the speaker is finished, you could say, so, you mean, or you said this, and that? And the person can either answer you, yes, you got it, or no, this is what I meant. These are some of the ways that you can definitely uh, find out, or these are some of the ways that you can act toward some of the actions or some of the things that you have done in the past. At least this is what I do. This is how I reflect when I am in complete darkness. So for me, darkness, as you have been able to hear, is instead of fearing it, instead of running away from it, it's something that I use to my advantage. It's something that obviously there's a good side and a bad side to it, you know. But the thing is that what do I have to fear as a blind person? As a Christian person, I say the Lord has conquered darkness. There's nothing to fear, and He made it, and there was a reason we rest when there is no light. As a person also who has migraines, I don't like the light that much, especially when I'm having a migraine, because it doesn't let me know, it doesn't let me concentrate. I don't know if I'm explaining myself. Only those people who have migraines can tell you what the sunlight makes them feel like. So embrace it. Learn to find ways in which you can work with darkness instead of against it. And now I mean physical darkness. I'm not saying all of this paranormal things, nor the way darkness is used for evil. Now remember, anything in life, everything that we experience, everything that we know can be used for good or evil. The light can be used for good or evil. You may say, I love somebody, but that can be used for good and evil too. You can obsess over that. So just remember, there is this thing called good, and there's another thing called evil. And you can misuse everything. I'm repeating a lot because some people just tend to forget that. And I don't want my words to be misinterpreted. Thank you very much for watching me. Thank you very much for listening to this video. If you have enjoyed this content and would like to support me, what better way to do it than sharing this channel with others, subscribing if you're new, leaving a comment, and suggesting other topics. Engage with me. I may not always check the comments because I'm doing other things, but when I do, it's wonderful because that gives me more material that I can speak of and things like that. So take care, be kind to one another, and tonight when you go to sleep, give thanks. Even if you are an atheist, give thanks and say, the darkness has come. And that will give me time to rest, to go to sleep, to wake up tomorrow more refreshed, more energized. The sun was good, but it's time to take a break. And that's what darkness allows us to do. Take a break from everything. Just like quiet can do the same thing, and being a little bit loud can do another thing. It's not necessarily that it's good or bad. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.